Bounds to the front at the second last. He lands 2 lengths ahead. State Man is now moving off in pursuit. Vauban in third, as I like to move it, weakens away. And it's Constitution Hill sweeping around the final turn. Now he's asked to go. De Boinville asked him to quicken. He takes 4, 5 lengths out of State Man, who's giving game chase. Constitution Hill from State Man and Vauban. The final flight in the champion hurdle. Constitution Hill, hold your breath. He's long and he's over clear from State Man, who's chasing, but he's chasing his shadow, and it's Constitution Hill, one of the hurdling greats, eased close home. Constitution Hill, simply breathtaking, wins the champion hurdle in a rout. From State Man in second and Zanahiyr in third and Vauban fourth.
I have Michael Buckley. He's just seen Constitution win the champion hurdle, Constitution Hill win the champion hurdle, as we all expected, as we've been expecting for 12.
To the left on the outer, Monbeg Guineas, and further left the Goffer are still getting into it. Fast or slow, dark blue with the red caps right behind them. Corach Rambler, purple and yellow, will cut the corner and they head back towards home with 2 fences left to jump. The white-faced Oscar Elite orange jacket has latched on as well. Monbeg Guineas and the Goffer now sweep through to take over. Followed through by Oscar Elite. Second from the left, Fast or Slow, and then Corach Rambler. 2 out. The Goffer jumped narrowly ahead. From on the far side, Monbeg Guineas. Here's Fast or Slow in the dark blue. Corach Rambler coming between horses to hold every chance. 4 of them charging up the hill. Fast or Slow. Here's Corach Rambler again for back-to-back successes in the race. And it's Corach Rambler who gets to the front. Idles a little, but he's going to inch home. And it's Corach Rambler again in the Ultima. From
in 5th place, and they are clear of Royal Pagaille and Eldorado Allen as they run down the hill towards the 3rd last. And up front, Hewick in the green jacket, Protectorat in the blue cap, Brave Man's Game on the outside, Conflated, and Gallop went through the top of that fence, tried to take it with him. Then Royal Pagaille and Eldorado Allen, they run round the final turn with 2 fences left to jump. Hewick on the inside of Protectorat, Brave Man's Game coming there, Conflated on the inside, and Gallop despite that mistake, he's now pulled out for a run and looks a big danger. They run down to the 2nd last, Protectorat, Brave Man's Game, and now joining in is Gallop, a lovely jump from Brave Man's Game. Hewick is down, Brave Man's Game, Gallop, these 2 galloping on together. There's nothing between them as they range down to the final fence. Brave Man's Game and Gallop, but Gallop landed running, and he's away as they race up the hill. He goes a length clear, 2 lengths clear now of Brave Man's Game, who can't get near him. And here's a new chasing star, a steeple chasing star, is Gallop, who gallops to glory in the Gold Cup. In second, Brave Man's Game, Conflated in third. Tight for fourth on the outside, Noble Yates staying on the outside of Protectorat. Then Royal Noble Yates further back. Now here they go towards the final fence in the Randox Grand National. Mr. Coffee is taken by Corach Rambler, and Corach Rambler has taken it up under Derek Foss. From in second, Mr. Coffee, the big dog Gallop de Menil, homage, and then behind these, Born by the Sea, Noble Yates is making very good late headway, and then Vanillier, but Corach Rambler is well clear at the elbow. It's Corach Rambler. Vanillier is staying on strongly the grey in second place as they race up towards the line. Derek Fox for Lucinda Russell, the one for Arthur combination. They're gonna win it again with Corach Rambler. Vanillier finishing strongly in second, Gaillard de Menil in third. It's tight for fourth between the big dog and last year's winner.
Down to halfway, with Matilda Peacock having the advantage to Naomi LaPalia and Queen Me. Lazoo's on that far side with Polly Pop there as well, and Queen Me on the extreme right. Sweet Harmony and Morge leaving there to Mama's Girl. Tahira, she'll be about 8th now, making her run. Remarco's behind her, and then Column's Dream of Love as they head then down past the bushes now. Tahira in the green chasing Morge with Mama's Girl towards the right in the contention as well. Zoo's not far behind on the far side of the course, and still Matilda Peacock with a little bit of a chance as well. Heading down into the dip now, in blue Morge, in green Tahira. This pair are clearing the Kipco 1000 Guineas. Behind them in third place is Matilda Peacock, and it's Morge in the blue colours, fighting on strongly. Tahira the green jacket, but it's Morge just in front of Tahira.
Mile, Chaldean far side, Silver Knot with every chance, then Little Big Bear, August Rodan now being asked to improve, one from the right by Ryan Moore in the blue and orange jacket, on the far side trying to run on his noble style, High Royal wandering in front there from Chaldean with every chance, Royal Scotsman now coming through well on the stand side with Sakia, the favourites well beaten, both the O'Brien horses well beaten, they run into the dip, Chaldean far side, High Royal just can't run straight, then behind those Royal Scotsman and Noble Style and Dubai Mile, Chaldean on the far side out in front, the Dewhurst winner in the hands of Frankie Dettori in his final season, and he wins another Guineas. Chaldean wins it from High Royal, then Royal Scotsman, tied for fourth Gadaron, together with Dubai Mile and one other, also Noble Style on the far side. Chaldean wins the Kipco 2000 Guineas.
It's a second.
Riding Hood. Bright Diamond is back on the inside from Save the Last Dance. Then Mammon June, Eternal Hope, Carnarvon and Soul Sister still looking on as they race down inside the final 5 furlongs and heading towards this all-important left-hand turn. Sea of Roses and Heartache Tonight. Red Riding Hood is caught out rather wide. Then behind these Bright Diamonds, Save the Last Dance is just hunting the lead, just being nudged into the bridle by Ryan Moore. Then Mammon June, followed back in the field by Eternal Hope, Carnarvon and Soul Sister, now making rapid progress down the outside. Soul Sister as they run down the home straight. Sea of Roses, Heartache Tonight, Bright Diamond, Save the Last Dance under pressure, then Carnarvon, but look to the left, here comes Soul Sister behind these Mammon June, and then behind those Eternal Hope and Red Riding Hood, and Soul Sister comes to challenge Carnarvon, and then on the inside Save the Last Dance, who's staying on well, racing down towards the final furlong. It's Soul Sister that takes over now from Carnarvon, and Save the Last Dance, the Musidora winner. She's kicking away. Is Soul Sister in the hands of Frankie Dettori. Another farewell classic win for Frankie. Why is he giving up? He wins on Soul Sister. Tight for second, Save the Last Dance. Carnarvon ran a blinding race. They were well clear then.
Well, the Betfred Oaks was a race of two extremes.
My friend there just behind August Rodan, a packing field, and then towards the rear Artistic Star and finally White Birch as they now swing into Tattenham Corner with about 4 furlongs left to cover in the Betfred Derby, and it's San Antonio and Adelaide River still going stride for stride. Into third is Arrest with every chance. Dubai Mile on the inside will have to go for a daring run there. King of Steel is running on well with Passenger. Then out wide here comes August Rodan in the hands of Ryan Moore, beginning to burn down the outside from the Foxes. In behind these Passenger, Arrest is weakening. It's King of Steel that's come through to take it up. King of Steel in the hands of Kevin Stott, chased now by August Rodan as they run down to the final furlong. They appear to have it between them. The big horse King of Steel, August Rodan, is thrusting down the near side. August Rodan begins to get up, and August Rodan gains redemption in the Derby. August Rodan, a 9th Derby for Aidan O'Brien, a 3rd for Ryan Moore. War down King of Steel, what a run in 2nd. White Birch back in 3rd.
Well, the 2023 Betfred Derby has been run successfully in unusual circumstances, but we're very familiar with the trainer who's won it. Aidan O'Brien has won a 9th Derby with August Rodan.
3 furlongs, Duke of Oxford and Land Legend at the rear of the field. A very open-looking race, but Wonder Legend has come through to lead and is committed by Dan Muscat, but Perfuse is quick to challenge, and so too Tagabawa, and then Burglars running on with Bertinelli, and on the outside Cloudbreaker. Perfuse now leads. Perfuse from Tagabawa. Valiant King in behind is staying on well. Down the near side, Cloudbreaker. Also Bertinelli in the purple cap, and Desert Hero coming through in the royal colours. They race up towards the line. Desert Hero squeezing through between Valiant King and Bertinelli. It's going to be close. Desert Hero for the King on the near side of Valiant King. Then in third it was Bertinelli, followed by Cloudbreaker, Perfuse, Tagabawa and Land Legend.
A length and a half away then is Alexandroupolis, and then Frankie tracking that one with a rest on the outside of Desert Hero, and then they followed them by Continuous and Tower of London and Middle Earth just being squeezed along now by Oisin Murphy as they come into view of the grandstands with 5 furlongs left to go. They're turning into the home straight now in the Ledger. 8 lengths would cover the field. Who's going best? Out in front here is Denmark. Gregory cruising on the inside for Kieran Schumacher in the red cap. Now angling for run, Alexandroupolis. Continuous is being asked a few questions by Ryan. Chess piece, and then Frankie on the outside with a rest. Now starts to make giant strides, followed by Desert Hero. Tom Marcon just shut in slightly there. Tower of London on his outside. They're inside the final 2.5 furlongs in the St Ledger, and making his bid for glory is Continuous. Arrest is chasing him down in second place, followed on the outside by Tower of London, but Continuous seems to have the Ledger within his grasp as they approach the final furlong. Desert Heroes plugging away back and forth, but Ryan Moore and Continuous are pouring it on in the closing stages here. Arrest and Frankie can't do anything about it, and Continuous, he's all out though, but he's going to win it really well. Takes us at Ledger, number 7 for Aidan O'Brien.
The Dewhurst Stakes will be called by Simon Holt.
And they're off. And City of Troy jumped out very smartly on the far side, just about led early. Al Yanabi for company now in the blue and white. Evan Shaddad on the far side, settling in behind Iberian, Indian Run. Henry Adams in the purple and white array is held up towards the back with Hartem. So Ryan Moore making his own running here on City of Troy, the odds-on favourite in this Dewhurst Stakes, from Evan Shaddad second on the far side. Al Yanabi on the near side. Back in fourth, Indian Run and Iberian, followed by Henry Adams, Array, and on the outside Hartem, and the pace doesn't look too hot. They're well grouped together. City of Troy dictating matters here as they race on towards the halfway stage. City of Troy from Evan Shaddad on the far side. Al Yanabi, Indian Run. Henry Adams pushed up to get a bit closer. Hartem on the outside from Iberian, and Array at the back of the field. Ryan Moore crouches a little lower in the saddle. He begins to ask City of Troy to lengthen now as they race on inside the final 2 furlongs. City of Troy leads the way to Evan Shahad, and the leader is beginning to open up. City of Troy, but being chased by Al Yanabi and by Iberian, running down to the final furlong. City of Troy by a couple of lengths. Al Yanabi into second, and Evan Shahad now meeting the rising ground, and here's where he's impressive. He's pulling right away. Oh, a brilliant winner of the Dewhurst. City of Troy by 4 or 5 to Al Yanabi, Evan Shahad and Henry Adams.
The Dewhurst Stakes will be called by Simon Holt.
Frodon, who leads the way to L'Empresse in second. Brave Man's Game getting a little closer now in third position. Over the next one down the back, L'Empresse reaches for it, and again he jumps out left-handed. Going now on towards the final open ditch. Frodon still leads. L'Empresse in second. Brave Man's Game, and then Ahoy Senor, who races towards the inside as they go over that open ditch, and it was Frodon who led them over it, and now they're beginning to get strung out in behind him as they go towards the final fence taken down the back straight. Bryony Frost and Frodon. L'Empresse to within a neck over in second. Brave Man's Game a length and a half away in third. Ahoy Senor in fourth. Royal Pig Eye is driven in fifth. 3 lengths away. Eldorado Allen is now in 6th, then Hitman in 7th. In 8th place is Miller's Bank, and Envoi Hélène is still last and labouring at the back of the field as the field for the Ladbrokes King George make the turn for home. Frodon digging in towards the inside. L'Empresse on the outside, and wider still is Brave Man's Game. A break of 4 lengths back to Royal Pagaille up against the inside rail. L'Empresse led as they took the 3rd from home. Brave Man's Game has now moved into 2nd and looks a big and persistent danger. Then Frodon and then Royal Pagaille. 2 out in the King George. L'Empresse over on the far side, on the near side. Brave Man's Game. They've now gone 8 lengths clear of the rest. A private duel between Brave Man's Game and L'Empresse, and Brave Man's Game begins to win the duel as he jumps the 18th and final fence. Down in 2nd is L'Empresse, who blunders and unseated his rider, and it is Brave Man's Game to give Paul Nicholls a record 13th win in the King George. Brave Man's Game has won the King George.